How do you do, man?
Hi, I'm fine.
What's your name? Where do you come from?
I'm Martin from Leipzig, Germany.
And what are you doing here on the Oregon coast?
So I'm traveling in the Northern America since 1.5 years, roundabout. I shipped my car from Germany to East Canada,
Wow,
and then since then I'm traveling around.
1.5 years.
Yeah.
And so, any stories you want to tell about your journey that has probably been extremely exciting?
So in general, nature is beautiful in Northern America. There's a lot of space without humans. I like it. Whoa! I like the nature and without humans, to be honest. But I also like the very nice, hospitable humans here. So all the people that invited me, and some people invited me to their homes multiple times.
What has that been like? What have you experienced in people's homes?
So most time I needed help. So I had some issues with my car, for example, or I needed just a place to fill up my water tank or get some electrical power when I charge it, and
And people get
yeah.
meals and coffee.
Yeah,
and
everything.
showers.
So everything they shared everything without condition at all, as long as I wanted, and that's really beautiful. And I don't think that someone in Europe would do this for so long.
They did for me
so
though.
often.
In Austria and Germany, I had people invite me in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had similar experience to what you're going through now with the North America.
Yeah.
Europe invited me in over and over. It was really
That's nice. Good to hear.
And tell me about living in the van. You got a pretty decked out van.
Yeah. So I shipped the van. I already set it up and or converted it in Europe. And it's an old Sprinter. It's year 2000 or 25 now, nearly 25. But it's driving really nice. It's an old police car. I converted it. Everything that I need is inside. And
what are your biggest difficulties that you faced with it?
so in the last June, my transmission broke down, and I had to change the transmission completely by myself because of the fact that this car is very old and was never sold here on this continent. I had to ship all the spare parts from Europe, and it was it took very long time, so multiple months, and that was my biggest difficulty so far. But I managed it. It was expensive, but I managed it.
And if you don't mind me asking, what do you do for work? How do you afford
So
living this way?
yeah, so I studied media management, and I'm content creator. So I do some advertising for German and American companies, but I also do layouts, brand design, stuff like that. So I have a Starlink on the top of my car. So I have internet everywhere. Perfect.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for you, man.
Yeah.
And any foreseeable future? Any plans that you see coming ahead? Places you want to go?
So of course, it's a big dream of many Europeans to drive the Panamericana. So from Alaska to Chile. So that's still my plan. I only know so far between the road between Alaska and Baja California.
So you did start in Alaska?
I started on the east coast of Canada because shipping is but I drove there to Alaska, and then I drove to Baja California, so to Mexico, and then I came back here. So there's still a lot of roads to explore between Mexico and
Did you make
Chile.
it to the top of Alaska and start at
Nearly. So I was in Homer, what is like the west end.
Yep.
But I didn't went to Prudhoe Bay because I was very late there in September and it's already snowing.
Yeah, and it's a big drive from Fairbanks up to
Prudhoe
Bay.
Yeah, but I made it to Denali National Park, for example, and in other places. I fished for some salmon. That was a big dream for me because we don't have much salmon in Europe. So, but there it was super easy.
And you're on your way to Patagonia?
No, now I'm driving around a little bit. So because of the new transmission, it took much money. So I got a work permit for Canada. So now in the next month I will stay here in the US, but for the summer I will go to Canada to additionally work there. Wonderful. to raise some money for myself. Okay. And then I will go south. That's the plan. That's still the plan. But I have no family, so I have enough time to do everything.
That's great. And I want you to get to what you were doing before I stop.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you have anything you'd like to say to travelers that might be watching this, whether it's solo travelers or people living on their wheels, or anything that you'd like
just be curious. Be curious. Go out of your comfort zone. That's very important. Don't believe everything that people are saying you about countries. For example, like when I'm here, many people are saying, "Oh, Mexico is so dangerous," whatever. And the people are so friendly there, and I felt not in danger somewhere there. So yeah, make your own impressions of countries, of people, and just go.
That's
So,
it. Figure
yeah.
it out for yourself.
Yeah,
Try- figure
yeah,
it
that's
out
right.
and go. Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for your time.
I'm welcome. You're welcome. Sorry.